Before you decide to consolidate your federal student loans, there are 5 questions that you need to answer first. It may sound basic, but the very first question you have to answer is how much federal student loan debt do I actually have? To find out which federal student loans you used and how much you borrowed throughout your education, NSLDS is a great storehouse of information. With your FSA ID and password, you can access this information for free 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In addition, it'll let you know who your servicer is and give you other important details like interest rates. There are lots of reasons to consolidate your federal student loans, but if you haven't sat down and honestly thought about why you need to consolidate your federal student loans, you may never achieve your goal. I've worked with clients with up to 20 federal student loans because they finished a doctorate-level education. Consolidating turns these multiple loans into one loan. So one big goal of consolidating, usually for students, is making repayment easier. Many students, when qualifying for public service loan forgiveness, will consolidate their debt and enter an income-based repayment plan. If you've already been making payments on your student loans, it's important to note that when you consolidate, you will reset your qualifying repayment count. Public service loan forgiveness has a lot of moving parts. In addition to restructuring your debt so you can take advantage of the program, there's also a work component. So make sure you do your research so when you get to the end of your 120 or 240 payments, you can qualify. The standard repayment plan on a federal student loan that has not been consolidated is 10 years. When you consolidate your federal student loan, your repayment term will be adjusted to 12 up to 30 years, based on the amount of debt that you're bringing together. Therefore, your monthly payment will be lower. This would adjust your debt-to-income ratio, giving many graduates the financial mobility that they need. Perkins loans are loans that you qualified for by filing your FAFSA and proving financial need while you were in school. There are several different loan forgiveness programs that are tied to Perkins loans. If you have them, do your research, see if you qualify for any of the loan forgiveness programs. Many are based on career choices, and if you do, you may choose to keep this group separate and not consolidate so you can take advantage. Just because you have 30 years to pay back your loan doesn't mean you have to take that long. Remember, adding years to the term means you're adding to the overall cost of the loan in interest. Make sure you're making wise choices with the extra money that you're going to have in your budget if you consolidate. Maybe paying for a private student loan or saving for a house. So this is a trick question. You do not need to qualify with your credit to consolidate your federal student loans. You automatically qualify as long as your loans are in good standing, you're not behind on your payments, and you're not currently in default. The good news is if you are behind on your payments or in default, you're given the opportunity to rectify the situation and can consolidate after that. Start by going to NSLDS and determine how much federal student loan debt you have. Decide your goals for consolidating. Research if you have Perkins loans and if you may qualify for forgiveness programs. It may make sense to keep this group separate. See if you qualify for public service loan forgiveness. Make sure you're current on all your federal student loans and they're in good standing. And if you decide to consolidate, go to studentloans.gov and start your application. Still need help deciding whether or not you should consolidate? You're not alone. Go to pivotalcollegeyears.com for more information.